Hello fellow YouTubers, in this video I'm going to be doing an overview of this product. Now this is a camera stabilizer from eBay, very inexpensive and reasonably good products. I'm not going to rave about it or anything like that because it's quite difficult to set up, but it does give a little bit better footage, noticeably actually better footage, and I think it's worth your while. So let's get started. Now, obviously, you already seen in the video that there are other objects in the video. I have unboxing of this done on my channel, of that one, and I'm planning to do this. So in case you're viewing this video and some unboxings are not there, some reviews are not there because unboxing is kind of really thing of the past, just give it a week or so, they will be on my channel. But first things first is this. So it comes like this in a box, no manual, nothing like that. Plenty of soft foam protection for the product to travel, and that's a good thing, but obviously the lack of manual means that you will need to look on YouTube for some videos. So I'm just going to go quickly through the parts, what's included. So you have this weight system here. You have a washer that you can undo and remove these weights one by one. There's 3 weights included. I actually used these weights as they are, and they were fine for my Sony Alpha 5000 with a kit lens. And here you have an Allen screw as well with the Allen head, so you'll be able to remove that. This is, by the looks of it, it looks like aluminum, so very nice and light. Next, we have the actual base for the camera, so your camera is mounted on the top. Now guys, not to be overlooked are these holes, and I'll tell you why. Depending on what type of camera you're using. First of all, the mounting point for your camera, the 1/4 inch thread, might not actually be in the middle of the camera, which means you will need to offset your camera so your camera would not be tilting one side or the other. You actually can do the whole offset thing. When you attach this thing here, you can actually offset a little bit to counteract the camera being out of balance. And for instance, Alpha 5000 by Sony, and I think most of Sony cameras are having these screw threads on the side of the camera as opposed to in the middle, which is a bummer, but this product does address this issue. And also depending on what lens you use and where you want your camera to be, there's this groove here, so you can put it closer to the front, closer to the back, anywhere to the sides a little bit. So it's very nice to have these. Also, this thing will be attached here using this screw. So you basically screw it in when you have that. Actually, I'm just going to show you quickly. So you can use one of these 4. I actually went for the bottom one because that gives me most of flexibility. So you attach it like this and secure it. And that's it. And as you see, you can also loosen it up, go up and down with the weight or side to side to balance it properly. This part is also made, looks like from the aluminum. The whole thing actually looks like it's made from aluminum or something light. So it's very nice. Sturdy enough and light enough. Here, what happens is you use this part. So this is the handle and you screw it into one of the holes. Once again, you have an option to choose where exactly you want it to be. So that's a nice addition. Now, the whole handle, actually, the whole grip is very nice. So as you see, it's some sort of, looks like anodized aluminum here. Once again, Allen screws here, so no problem to remove them and disassemble the whole thing if you want. So very nice. And it's a nice grip, a little bit of rubberized grip on all the sides. And as you see, lots of ridges there to make sure that you properly hold it in your hand and it's not going to slip. Here you have little nuts that will tighten everything up. And if you loosen this up, this whole thing moves around. Now, there's no bearing or anything like that. So obviously it just moves around freely. You might want to lubricate a little bit to allow more free movement. And what it does is once it's screwed in, it's supposed to basically do all these things. It's supposed to be free. Now, as you see, side to side, there's a limited movement. So don't go crazy on it when you're using it, or make sure that if you're using, you allow this to go into groove. So it's a bit cumbersome, but I think most of camera stabilizers are made similar way. And here what you have is for the actual camera. So I'm actually filming with the camera, so I can't do that for you guys at the moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this just to illustrate how it would work. So you put this nut in. I use my Sony Alpha 5000 in the middle, and because it's offset, it's heavy on this side, I actually had to offset this thing to the left to counteract that. And let's say this is my camera. So you secure your camera like that. Then you have obviously the choice where you want to put the handle. And guys, really you'll need to play around with this. There's no actual manual that is included with this product, so you need to play around. Now obviously when I'm not having any camera or anything like that, it's not balanced, but you need to balance it with the camera on it and it's going to be fine. One thing, by the way, these are not included. I just got these from another things that I was using, so don't mind them. This is what's included. You need to put a camera on top in order to balance it properly. And one thing to note is if you change the lens on the camera, guess what? You need to rebalance the whole thing again. So you have two options. Because it's so cheap, it's around $15 on eBay. And guys, please don't ask me from who did I buy this, because there's plenty of sellers on eBay. Just get the cheapest one that looks like this and you will be fine. They're all the same. If there's some brand name or something written on top of it, whatever, if that's what floats your boat, but they're all the same really, guys. So yeah, two options what you can do. One is you can make markings for each lens that you're using and each adjustments that you do to remember. Or two, because it's so cheap, you can simply buy 2 or 3 of them for different lenses that you're using, and that way you'll be balanced. Now, I'm not going to be including any footage with this because I haven't balanced it properly yet. I have tried a little bit around the house, and I can guarantee you that you will get better shots with this than handheld. Doesn't matter how hard you try to do handheld, you're not going to do a perfect job. One thing that will come close to this thing is actually tripod. If you look on YouTube, tripod stabilizer, you can actually use your tripod as a stabilizer. So if you're traveling or simply you have your tripod to hand and you don't want to invest into a stabilizer, you can use your tripod as well. That's possible. But compared to the naked camera movement, basically when you have it in your hands, it's not going to be worse than that. It will be better. One thing that will be worse is, I suppose, your filming skills with the camera, because you will need to adjust to this thing. It's not the same as carrying the camera around. You know, if you're going fast, this thing stabilizes the camera a little bit as you walk, which is fine. But if you stop suddenly, guess what happens? It will go like this and then it would stop. It's not a perfect device, so it has its own drawbacks, but I guarantee you will get better results than from handheld. And having the price for $15, about 15 euros with delivery, you don't have any excuses not to get one and not to use one. And by the way, if you do manage to balance it properly, if you do manage to use it properly, and if you do get proper results, well, guess what? Now you can finally invest into some dream stabilizer like a Steadicam or something like this. But I think this product is really worth it. The construction is good. The value is there. It's fun to use. It does take a little bit of time, but there's plenty of videos on YouTube how to stabilize and things like that. And I think it is worth it. After all, for all the spare parts you get with this thing alone, it's a good value. And also, if you don't like it, well, guess what? You can simply resell it on some adverts website and you're going to get your money back anyway. So you're not risking anything. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, click the like button and subscribe. Any questions about this product, leave them in the comment section down below. And well, yeah, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.